So I'm going to get straight to the point. Fuck Mr. Repzion.
What an edgy way to start your video. About how other people somehow affect you personally. How someone else's choices affects you, how their choices offend you, how you think that their lack of education or their stupidity for eating meat somehow affects you.
Yes, Mr. Repzion thinks that unless it's affecting you directly, you have no right to protest. So let's just let people torture, murder, do whatever sick fucking horrible acts they want to animals, because unless it's affecting you directly, it doesn't matter because we're all just selfish little children who feel no responsibility to help others.
I must give credit where credit is due. You do a superb job right here along with a lot of other parts in this video of quote mining me. You completely take me out of context here when this video was responding to Freely directly, asking her how my choices affects her personally. No place did I say that unless it affects you personally, it therefore has no outside consequences. I would never say that. I don't believe that. And here, within the first 30 seconds of your video, you're already putting words into my mouth that I never said. You and me have all the right to protest about anything anyone does. Again, as you're going to see in this video, this guy likes to quote mine a lot, and he actually edited a lot of sections out of this video. Specifically the part that people should know is where I say that I don't mind if you're a vegan. I don't care if you're a vegan. Eat what you want. Have the diet you want. But no, his whole video is edited in such a way that it makes it look like I'm trying to actually make an argument against veganism when that wasn't the case at all. My video wasn't even about veganism per se. Rather, people who force one's ideology upon someone else. That is it. My video as a whole was about ideologies and how I believe that forcing one's ideology upon someone, like forcing them or threatening you with your ideology upon them, does a lot more harm than actually teaching them educational facts or information about veganism. In fact, also linked down below in the description of this video is, guys, he goes by the username Happy Healthy Vegan, who made a response to my video, and it was actually extremely informational. I learned some stuff, and it was in a very humble, awesome attitude, an attitude which I actually took the time to watch his full video because it was a good educational video on the meat industry and education on how eating meat and how it affects other things around us are in our environment. To me, you sound no different than the people who go on the streets and say all gay people are going to hell, that all gays deserve to die.
That analogy makes no sense. Are you saying being gay is the same as torturing and murdering animals? Should we hold gays in the same regard as animal abusers? Do you have any fucking critical thinking skills?
Apparently you don't, because you failed to see my very simple analogy. Freely, in her video, stated a very concise statement that people who eat meat don't deserve to live. Therefore, I made the analogy, just like religious people within the realm of Christianity, religious extremists who believe that gays should be stoned and killed and don't have a right to live. Using another extreme example, people in the religion of Islam. If you do not conform to their ideology, their religion, their God, you will be killed. I'm not exactly sure what's so hard to understand about this analogy that I made. Again, we have a woman who claims that people who eat meat don't deserve to live, and me comparing them with those who are religious extremists who believe that if you don't conform to their ideology, don't deserve to live. And I'm gonna say it here, you calling someone else illogical does not automatically mean that you're automatically being logical. Because the whole rest of this video is merely ad hominem attack and doesn't even relate to the topic at hand of what I was originally addressing, which again, deals with ideology and those things being forced upon you. My question to you is, are you God? Are you playing the place of God? Deciding who lives? Who dies?
Are you God, Mr. Repzion? You seem to think you are because you feel entitled to murder billions of innocent animals that can think and feel just like you do.
The old classic emotional fallacy. That's right, everything feels the exact same amount of pain, which goes to actually my point that I made in Freely's video response that I made to her, is at what point is too far? I mentioned in my original video that if you use an airplane to get to one destination to another, airplanes are a main contributor of animals, birds being sucked into their air vents and thus being killed and damaging the plane. So therefore, if you get on a plane to fly to a different destination, would you not knowingly be contributing to the death of animals by using something that actually kills those animals? Furthermore, I take the same line of reasoning and apply it further. At what point is too far? Have you ever stepped on a bug? Have you ever slapped a mosquito? Have you ever killed a fly? Now, I don't know if you're that extreme in terms of your veganism to where that you'll never hit a fly or kill a mosquito, because let's remember, those have feelings too.
You know what? You must be God. How else would you have the right to support an industry that is the main contributor to greenhouse gas emissions? So what if climate change is threatening to destroy all life on Earth? You're a god. You are a perfect being of divine magnificence who has every right to destroy all life on Earth.
I actually find it very ironic that you mention greenhouse emissions because you have 3 monitors directly behind you. Those 3 monitors, along with your TV, produce greenhouse emissions. So again, I ask, at what point is too far? You're already contributing by having 3 monitors behind you, using the electricity that you are. A study in 2008, which is linked down below, is potent greenhouse gases from computer displays and TV manufacturers prevalent in atmosphere. A compound used in a manufacture of flat panel televisions, computer displays, microcircuits, solar panels is 17,000 times more potent greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide. The amount of gas in the atmosphere which cannot be detected using previous techniques has been estimated at less than 1,200 metric tons in 2006. That source is linked down below, so if you're going to criticize me for saying that I'm a big contributor of greenhouse emissions, you must also apply your same line of reasoning to your fucking 3 monitors that are behind you directly. And I'm going to keep saying it, at what point is too far? I eat meat because deep down it's more of a primal instinct that I have.
Oh, it's your primal instinct to eat meat. Is it also your primal instinct to play with your cute little Pikachu dolls?
Look, buddy, you can mock me all you want, but this does nothing to strengthen your argument against what I was originally saying, which was against ideologies being forced upon people. I just find it so ironic that you're basically mocking me, which is completely fine. I'm okay with that. I find it hypocritical that you're mocking me for a Pikachu doll when you have a Piccolo statue sitting on your desk. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Dragon Ball Z also, but let's be real for a moment. Piccolo, Pikachu, Piccolo, Pikachu. As much as I love Piccolo, I have to go with Pikachu because he's so much more adorable. And it makes people like myself, who's actually have considered and even tried the vegan diet, want to completely stay away from it because of extremist, insane psychopaths like yourself.
Isn't it just horrible when you're forced to act like a good person? People go vegan to save animals, reduce their environmental impact, and to improve their health. Obviously, none of those things fucking matter to you because you only care what other people think, and you want to justify your disgusting habits.
And here we have, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow reptiles, a person who is now shaming me because I eat meat when my original video had nothing to do with that. Your disgusting habits. You don't care about the environment, you don't care about this, you don't care about that because you eat meat. You are the #1 cause of the universe's problems. I'm sorry, but I can't take anything that you have to say seriously, mainly because not only how your attitude throughout the whole video, but that you also find the need to personally shame me for what I do with my own body, what I eat, which to me sounds a lot like you're trying to force me into something that I'm not really interested in converting over to, which is the vegan diet. This kind of reminds me of the early 1900s. Stalin, Hitler. You have no choice in the matter. You will be slaughtered. You have no rights, you have no value, and you definitely have no choice.
Yeah, vegans are just like Nazis. Even though we're not locking animals up into small spaces and then murdering them by the billions, we're the true fascists for protesting these atrocities.
You mean like the animals you eat, you dumb cunt. I like that text there. Very professional. But again, you completely failed to see my analogy here. No, I was not calling people who are vegans Nazis. I was calling the woman Freely specifically in a comparison to that of Nazism because she calls for the death of people who eat meat. That's it. That's all my video was about. And anyone who calls the death of anyone who doesn't adhere to their ideology, to me, is comparable to that of Nazism. Animals, anything that eats another animal, would also have to not have the right to live on this planet.
Who the fuck is saying that lions and crocodiles have to go vegan? This is why people need to be forced into veganism, because everyone just acts like a stupid, ignorant, apathetic, greedy child. So, you know what? Go drink your milk like a little baby, act on your primal urges, and play with your little Pikachu dolls. All of us adults are busy making vegan gains. bitch.
Damn, dude, you are a professional quote miner. Great job on that. No place in my video did I say or even allude to the idea that animals have to have a vegan diet. Rather, it was using Freely's same line of reasoning that anyone who eats meat doesn't therefore deserve to live would also have to apply to animals too, that animals would have to be killed and slaughtered because they eat one another. That's all I was saying, but apparently you're too arrogant to understand that and would rather make ad hominem attacks and insults calling me, "You bitch," "You cunt." And honestly, you remind me of myself on YouTube 2.5 years ago. I used to make videos like this. I used to make video responses to people calling them stupid, cunts, dumb. I'd even flex the camera a few times just like you. Until I realized that that type of methodology of YouTube video responses to people is not only unprofessional, but it doesn't make my message at all influential or effective. And that's exactly what you've done here. His video in full, I did leave out a couple points that he did mention, but his video in full is linked down below if you want to watch it. I know a lot of you guys said not to respond to this, but quite frankly, I thought of it too much of a gem to just simply ignore, because it's not too often that you get a person who makes a response to you who personally just uses ad hominem attacks, insults you for loving Pikachu, while also having a Dragon Ball Z Piccolo standing on his desk. And just remember, if you want all the ladies, make sure to flex into the camera, because that will for sure get you laid.